Hello, hello, hello. Oh, the camera's really high. How's everyone doing? Let's see if I can fix this. Oh, wrong way. There we go. How's everyone doing? Can you guys hear me properly? I know not many have joined yet. I'm trying to find some references. I do have one request. The request is quite short actually. I'll show you guys what the request was. This, how to do this. This is actually from, who's this by? The Hive. Let me see if I can find the Hive. One sec. The Hive, who's it by? It's probably Heatherwick. It looks like something Heatherwick would do. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, what the hell's going on here? Who's this? Have you got like a reference or a project specific to? I don't know who this is. Oh, it's a plugin. I don't know what this plugin is. So don't think I can be much help there. Animation, yeah, I can teach animation. That's easy. I haven't used this. I will have to check this out though. Oh, this is interesting. Seems a bit organic. A little bit capricious too. So what does this actually do? What's the function of this plugin? Do you know? Let me see if I can quickly find a video on it. Okay, so plugin blah blah blah. Installation notes. What does it do? That's the question. This is like Galapagos. Is this the same thing as Galapagos? Yeah, so it's sort of Galapagos. The thing is, we did Galapagos not long ago, so I don't think we can do it again. Let me see if I can quickly find the video. If you want to check it out, you can. I explain how Galapagos works. So we did a tutorial on Galapagos. This is from a couple of weeks back, where we do iteration calculations and stuff, which I thought was really interesting. We generate. It's worth checking out. Yeah, the same with Galapagos. I'll definitely check it out, but I don't know anything about it, so unfortunately I won't be able to explain much of it because I don't know I don't know how it works. Unfortunately, I don't know all the plugins available. There's just too many, man. Bam, ba-dum, bam. Do you guys have any references of like specific designs you guys want to check out? Oh, this is interesting. That's interesting. I got a request to do this. Like, how do you do this sort of thing? We could check it out. I mean, this is from a Patreon user, so I'm always going to be a little bit, favorable towards my Patreons just because they help out. So I'll probably do something at the beginning and explaining sort of how to do this sort of geometry. We could do something with this actually. This is based on the Hive by Heatherwick. So for those who don't know the Hive, it's an interesting project. This is sort of the schematics of it here. There are a few things I don't know how you'd actually approach it though. So the floor plan is this, which isn't exactly, you can see it kind of scales in, changes. We could assume it scales towards the center, which actually doesn't seem to always be the case. Oh, that's interesting. The majority of the times it does scale towards the center. Is that how it works? We could do something like this actually. This is interesting. It scales towards the center, but I don't feel like it ever disconnects from the neighboring geometry. Oh, that's interesting. So the scaling is always bigger so that it overlaps. Is that correct? Here it doesn't seem to overlap, but this is a lie. Because here, you never have the separation here. You don't have separations, so it's a lie. The drawing is a lie. C'est a lie. Here it in fact is overlapping with one another. Or there are some intermediate geometries. So you're sort of faking it. The original design, or the constructed design, is not parametric at all. That's interesting. Do you think this is interesting, guys? Something to do something like this? The schematic is something like this. Now I'll probably do it with a sort of rounded rectangle. I think that would be the way to do it. What else is there? I mean, we could look for another reference. If you guys like. If you guys have any references in mind, do share. Actually, yes, I saw a really interesting one. Let me see if I can quickly pop it up here. I'll send it to myself on the WhatsApp. The cactus is also a very good choice. There is one design I saw like 5 minutes ago, to be honest. I don't want to lie. It's this one here. I'm not 100% certain how to do it, if you know what I mean. It's like it's an incremental division, which is interesting. Like the issue is I'm not 100% certain on how to do it. Or am I? So this is a little bit of a lie. Because what I'm seeing from here... that's interesting. Okay, so my breakdown of this geometry would be... Hopefully you guys can see my drawing screen. I'm reading this like a series of curves of the vertices. So this would be 1, this would be 2. Oh shoot, I deleted it by accident. Let me try again. It would be 1. This one would be number 2, I guess. You have another one here. So sort of these lines are what's guiding the design rather than anything else. Oh, that's interesting. So how does that work? How does that work? How do I build those lines? That would be the question, right? Like, I can grab a line in the middle, and then I can say this divides here, 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 and it's just random separation. Here at the top is also a random division. They're just random positionings, and here the same thing. And then we're just connecting them with a spline. Is that the logic here? Oh, let me try that again. We're just connecting them with a spline, but the curvature is really strong. So I guess you would need multiple definitive. We could do a hybrid design. We don't really do a hybrid design here, and I'm not sure why we haven't, to be quite frank. Now, what would the logic be here? Like, how would you define this? We have ourselves a problem, a challenge. Now, for this, I am going to design facade. That's really interesting. Okay, I need a show of hands if you guys think we should tackle this design. And I'm here drinking my coffee, by the way. I'm absolutely knackered. I don't know if you guys can tell, hopefully not too much. I don't think it will affect my ability to script. In Spanish we have a phrase which is en peores plazas he toreado, which basically means I've done bullfighting in worse plazas, so bullfighting rings. Okay, yeah, we should do it. Sure. All right then. Let's do a hybrid model where we're going to define a series of curves. Would that be the clever way to do it though? I'm not sure. The range changes. Okay, question. Are these separations at the top the same distance? Oh, I have a suspicion. Okay, I need to test something out first. See if what else? You hype me up a bit too much, man. Crazy. All right, so shit. How do I do this? Okay. Okay, I'm going to try something out. I can't promise this will be the way to do it. Okay, direction would have to be Z. Length needs to be progressive. So the progression is going to be whatever. The starting length has to be some sort of height. So I'm going to go with starting height of 72. That's pretty big, but whatever. I'm going to say a couple of lines, length, and then, so this needs to be grafted, and here I need a series of points as well. These points are going to be series count step are going to be different. It's going to start on 0. The step is going to be quite short. This is going to be on X. So the idea, I should probably bring this down a little bit. The step here 5. I probably need to graft. There we go. There. That's going to be the sort of the differential. Right. Now I need to divide curve. I need to divide all of them by the same amount. Man, I hope this works. Okay, graph mapper. I'm going to use a simple sign. I love a good sign. Lord, give me a sign. Range. Okay, that's cool. Steps needs to be here, x-1. Because graph mapper always... What am I listening to? What is this music? One sec. I'm listening to bit... There you go. Okay. Hey, how you doing, mate? You good? Okay, so we have these thing here. I'm gonna then remap. I'm gonna do a bounds. I need to flatten this, I think. Therefore, I am. Construct domain. Construir dominio. That's how I roll. Between 0, effectively, and the distance, which is going to be the separation in X, which is going to be this bad boy here. So the steps value. Okay. 0, that's absolutely fine. We need to move this in the wrong one. That's also wrong. Unit X, and I keep messing it up. Great start, Brian. Unit X, cool. There we go. Now this is gonna go here. Okay. Let me bring this down. Don't know what I'm doing. Am I? Where am I? What is this? Wagwan. Okay, we've got this. Now the separation. Might have to be a little bit bigger. I could probably do a bit more actually. I don't need to constrain myself to a maximum. That's the quick conclusion I'm coming to. I don't know if you see the vision. If there is one. Ooh. Okay. Let me make this bigger. Actually, no, I could just do more, less separation. Step. Okay. Interpolate. I just want to generate that effect. Okay, it's a constant value, isn't it? That's the issue, right? So could I do a series here? Is that a thing? Maybe. We don't know. We can find out. Where this is start is this. Count is the same amount. And then I should... Okay, that's a bit excessive, ain't it? But you get the idea. Something's happening weird there in the middle, and it might be this. Is maybe there shouldn't be an expression? Is that no? There should there should be a bloody expression. There we go. Okay, so the idea here then is to do a rectangle on the XZ plane that has the height of the initial one, which I think is going to be the y-axis, and has the total length of this, which will be a multiplication. So multiplication of this and this. Is that right? No, that's not right. There we go. Yes. Surface. Okay, and then I'm going to drag this underneath. I think that's going to be a little bit better. Where am I? Bring this back over here. Oh my god, already messy. Incara messy. Alright, let's try this again. Blah, blah, blah. Let me make some space. There you go. These are my curves. This is my surface, and here I'm going to do a surface split. I mean, the other way we could have done this is just referencing it, and it might have been a little bit easier, to be honest. Surface splits, graph flashing. Turn this off. There we go. Okay, so we have that going on. Now, shit, what was the next part? Contour. Contour in Z, where the distance is going to be the height slab difference. So I'm going to say 3.4. Bang. Okay, so I've now subdivided this, and what I'm going to do here is scale, sure, scale, middle. I'm going to be scaling from the center by a factor between 0 and 1, where 1 is the original size, because if you multiply something by 1, it's going to stay the same. So 5 times 1 is 5, meaning there's no change at all. So that's going to be our idea. Ooh, that's interesting. Something's happened here. Scaling factor is different. Does this benefit us? That's a good question. No, I don't think it does. I'm going to use extend instead. Extend, curve. I'm going to extend negatively in both directions, so inwards. And the distance is going to be whatever we want. So I'm just going to go with 1 for now. This is going to be my curve. Where are my curves? No? What's happened here then? No, doesn't work. What's... Ah, lol. Okay, did the wrong way around. Okay, so here it's doing it all by the same size. 0.1. Okay, that seems to work. That's fine. Ah. The length is smaller than... Okay, fair enough. 0.02. Where's my limit? Okay, so... that's actually very small. Maybe we should scale. Well, okay. I mean, it's still going to work, right? Because it's just going to cull them out. So I'm not bothered about that. I could just clean the list. Clean tree. Okay, there we go. Extrude. Now I'm going to extrude and I'm going to have a small margin of a distance. So I'm going to use the same height I use for the contour. And I'm just going to remove whatever height I want to create. So, bang. That's that little separation thing. So the bigger this is, the more separated it is from the top. Now that's going to be a variable. The separation should also be a variable. Reference here. That's interesting. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Here. Okay, so the idea is... The issue is I have some really small ones. Well, okay. I'm going to use... Okay, I need to first know if I offset the curve, right? And I offset inwards... Will it offset inwards? That's the first question, right? So it's a very valid question, actually, for your information. Yeah, thought as much. I need to indicate a plane. I could probably use the same one. No, apparently not. Okay, what's the issue? Is the negative the issue? Extrusion, it's not a curve, right? Could that be the problem? Could be. Ah, it doesn't give me the curve. Why? It's coplanar. It should be able to give me the curve. Oh, that's a nuisance. Deconstruct rep. And in theory, I can just do this. Yeah, whatever. The long way around. Here I'm offsetting outwards. I want to offset inwards. Problem is, I'm going to have some hiccup somewhere. Is that an issue? It's going to happen the same thing as before. I think it's fine. I can just cull. Anyway, okay, so I can do they're really small. Solid difference. I can graft. I think graft. Simplify. Big one. Take away the small one, and I should have that going on. Now the offset's quite big, so let's make that smaller, 0.05. And then what we can do is we can extrude. That's good. Good. just good. I can create a vector, right? Is that? Am I correct in saying that I can create a vector? Sure. Why not? Unit. Length, it could be whatever. Unconcerned about that in all regards. Starting point, I can just use a panel. Connect that there, 0, 0, 0. Whatever this shenanigan is. Put that there. Okay, so that's my direction. Where are you, you cheeky little thing? There. No? No, that's wrong. Y direction. Oh, no, it is. It's this little thing there. Okay. Are you guys following, or have I lost everyone? Totally get it if I have. I don't like this effect, man. The thing is, the solution would be for me to manually draw those curves. Yeah. Anyway, I'll review it in a sec. Okay, so we have that vector, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate. Rotate angle degrees. I'm going to say 0 to 100, and I'm going to say, I don't know, 30 degrees. Like so. Now, should be rotated a little bit. There we go. Connect this. I'm going to convert this into a vector. Actually, I'm going to convert it into a unit vector. Very important. Unit vector, and then I'm going to use amplitude, which is going to give me a length. All good. I'm glad. Okay, vector, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to extrude. This is going to be my direction and length. This is going to be this thing here. Bam. Bam. There we go. So that way I'm ensuring that I'm not extruding. I want it the other way. I mean, I could just turn around, but... Okay, 45. Let me have that going on, right? Where it gets denser there. Is it something I'm a fan of? I'm not sure, to be quite honest. Let me quickly check something. These are my original curves. Okay, let me quickly modify something. Oh shoot, wrong one. Okay, this controls the height. What happens if my height increment is null? What do I get in return? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, my friend. Oh shoot. Okay, so what varies is my initial height. Oh man, I don't like it. Why? I didn't want to manually draw. That's bloody annoying. What happened here? Okay. So I need to rethink this. I don't know how this works. Any ideas, Walt? Yeah, I might have to manually draw. Oh, that's a pain in the bollocks. What a pain in the ass, man. Oh, whoops. This controls the height difference. Okay. Following. Nice. Okay. I don't like the evenly spaced out thing. I think that's the main issue. How do we resolve that? If I knew, I wouldn't be asking, would I? Actually, is this the issue? Now we get crazier. I'm shifting, so I'm changing in height and also shifting, I guess, would be the one way to look at it. Here, where am I? I don't care about this error. It's going to call out anything that's wrong anyway. Oh. Sure. 45. Okay, what if I just leave it on 0? If I leave it on 0, it's just going to be flat. That's boring. Okay. Why does my music stop? Nope. Okay. Here it's extruding quite a bit more, isn't it? Actually, what I should probably do... Actually, I'm going to try something out. That's a little bit more interesting, right? And then... Okay, and then... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting proposal, but I'm not sure if there's much future to it. 45 degrees. I mean, that sort of works, right? Offset distance. I could probably make it bigger. And then what I can do is rotate around a circle sort of thing. I'm not sure what the result would actually be, to be quite frank. That's actually interesting. Yeah, maybe. Let me quickly check something out. Shit, how do I do that? I would have to use an arc. Arc length. Could I do the inverse? Maybe. So I'm getting into complex terrain and I'm trying to have a little bit of foresight. So if I do something like this. Wow, this music's intense. Okay, let me try it. Vamos a pensar un poco. So I have this length, right? I can do the inverse. I can calculate the length of this arc. If I calculate the inverse, construct point, this one, series. My length would be 0 and then plus this. It would be the multiplication. Therefore, this would be the division. Is that the way to look at it? It would be this length divided by a count. That would be my step. And then this is what the hell's happening here? Multiplication, which would be the length, I guess. Okay. This will adjust to the length of the arc. I think that makes sense. Here I have construct points, and then I can just polyline. Where are you, my friend? Polyline. Now this is where it gets a bit messy. Jesus, I'm all over the place. Arc curve. Let me just re-reference this so I can have a little bit more clarity. Drag this here. I'm going to drag this towards the end, Oh, should probably bring this down a notch. Okay, bring this all the way here. Flow. What am I flowing? Let me just turn this off because it's heavy. My base curve is going to be my line. This is going to be my target. Now, I should probably graft all of these and pray for the best. I'm going to save and just hope it works. Let it load. Yeah, it might take a second. Oh, okay. That was quicker than I thought. Okay, now we need to adjust this. Okay, so theory it works, I guess. I just want more subdivisions, meaning what? How do I sort out these subdivisions? Subdivisions are controlled by this distance here, which is this count, which is dependent on this value here. Okay, cool. If I do 15, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. And then I think the extrusion value, where is this one here? I'm going to go a bit more extreme, I think. 15. I mean, the bigger the extrusion, the smaller the offset should be, right? So 0.5. So it's a little bit more permeable. Extrusion amplitude 10, I can say a little bit bigger. Let's go for 15. And what I can do is that rotation, I can reduce it a little bit, and then now I can turn this back on. Ideally, you would want to draw those lines, which we can do, I guess. What's this building called? Let me see if I can find it on the Pinterest. Yeah, under rest. Okay, let me see if I can find it on Google search image. If I can find a frontal view, I can just trace those lines. Where are you, my friend? Give me a frontal view, por favor. What if I just create one? ChatGPT or something. That could also be an alternative. ChatGPT, alright. Recreate the frontal view of this building, por favor. Always say por favor. Otherwise, when they take over, we will likely die. Okay, turn this off. Okay. Yeah, sort of, I guess. I guess what we'd have to do is increase the radius. So I'm going to say 360. So it goes all the way around. And let me see ChatGPT if it's doing its magic. Oh, it's going really slow. ¿Dónde estás? Here, loading, still creating. Oh, it's loading. Is it loading? Slow. Ah. Funnily enough, the frontal view isn't that grand. Well, it's just going like this diagonal, which is a lie, but I had an occurrence. Oh, that's a bit too chaotic. Oh, and also it's inverted. Why is it inverted? Okay, let me turn this off for now. Oh shit, I pressed enabled. No! Por favor. Here it gets smaller. It's like... Okay, I'm listening to Tetris again. There you go. Any ideas, Walter? Any ideas? I mean, I could just recreate these lines. It's not an issue. Oh god, why is it so slow? It's like, here it's very short, then it gets bigger. Here it's... I have an idea. Bloody difficult idea, but it could work. Let me just try something out here. Reverse base, and then here in the radius, I'm going to go for a little bit shorter, 340. Let it load. I have an idea. The issue is it's quite complex. Okay, so my concept is, right, here on the sides, it's small, right? Then it gets bigger. In the center, here in the center, it gets bigger, but then it gets back smaller, right? This is essentially a graph. This y value, y1, y2, is much bigger than y1, which controls the distance in the middle. I would have to do some sort of remapping thing and a mass addition. And it does work. Oh my god, that's fucking complex. No, not today. Okay. I'm not sure if I like this. Abort mission? Should we abort mission? Not all ideas are great, guys. Oh my god, it's bloody slow. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna abort idea for now. I'm gonna save this for now. And there is a thing I want to try though. Do you think it's worth drawing and then using that as a reference for our design? If you know what I mean. Like, for example, this is our building, and then I start doing some drawings. Let's remove this. So this would be like 1, right? And then this one could then open up a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if this is something we could work on. I don't know, to be honest. I could just use the reference I just created. I think it's not even that great. I mean, we could. The idea would be like to drag this in Rhino. We're going to say the height of this building, the height between slabs is 3.3. Okay. And then here I'm going to use a bounding rectangle like so. Okay. And then I'm just going to do this. Okay, that's 1, 2. Okay. Like so. Let me delete this briefly. Okay. Bang, bang. Almost there. Con paciencia y saliva. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. What curves am I missing? I'm missing these ones. Okay, fair enough. This is an approx. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the image. It's not the greatest ever, but it works for now. I just need to make sure it intersects. Okay. Copy and paste. And basically I'm gonna interpolate all of this. Oops, press the wrong button. Contour. Basically all of this. I can reduce. This I can get rid of. I'm just gonna need this part. And here I need rep. Select multiple reps. Shape. Okay, let's turn this on. Hopefully this works. I don't know the vector thing. Solid difference, contour. Are the contours working? Contours seem to be working. Extrude. Yes, okay. Oh, much better pattern actually. Much better pattern. Here is the issue. Why is there an issue? There isn't. No, there isn't one. Okay, good. Extrusion. Oh, it's just turned off. Okay, good. Yeah, 15 is too much. 1. Direction 45. And we have that pattern essentially. Okay. Maybe we want it flat. Should we redo the round thing? I don't know. Maybe. We would need bounding, rectangle, flatten. We can get the length of X. Ah, that's silly. The dimension is the length. 43. Okay, how can we calculate the inverse of an arc? Arc length formula. Let's see what the formula is. Okay, it's this thing here. Arc length equals 2 pi r. Okay, so what does that mean? Not this. We have the length, so we're trying to calculate r. So r equals length divided by 2 pi. R. So r. This goes 360. 60 multiplied by that. Oop, multiplied by that. And this by the angle. Better. I'm just going to call it beta. So this is the formula we need, right? So quick maths expression. That was, okay, parentheses, 360 divided by x, which is going to be the length, divided by, open caps, 2 times pi times y. Y is going to be the angle we define in the arc, hopefully. So what the hell does that even mean? X is the length, y is the angle, arc, radius, that's not the thing I'm looking for. Okay, I need to define the radians, converter, arc is going to be 350. Okay, 350. This is going to be this angle, plane. I have the radius. Please tell me I'm bloody right. No, why is it so... What's happening here? Pi y, what's this value? 0.0... No, that's not right. Okay, let's try that again. I should probably do this by hand. R equals... Okay, 2 pi goes to the other side, so it's length multiplied by 2... Oh, lol. Divided by 2 pi. Then this goes multiplying the other side, 360, correct? Divided by beta. Yeah, it's right. So what's the issue? Why is that not right? The fudge? Should be right? Did I X is the length, 2 pi beta, 350. Did I do something wrong? Radius 0.0, angle. The hell? I'm gonna write this down. Let me. One sec, guys. I think I might be wrong. Okay, what's the formula here? Arc length. R equals arc length divided by 2 pi. 360 is currently divided, past multiplying. So 360 divided by whatever. What the fuck? Why is it not working? Okay, let's try another way of expression. So that's going to be x. 2 pi, this is going to be y. Okay, so the other way I can frame this is arc length x divided by 2 times pi. Could it be the expression? No, it's not. Shouldn't be that, right? 2 times pi multiply this by open brackets 360 divided by y. Same thing. now it works, right? How amusing. Okay, that works. 7 point whatever. And in theory, the length of this should be the same as the other one. So let me double check. 43.8, 43.8. Okay, there we go. So, flow. Wrong one. Flow. It's arc, which is going to be the target. The original length. Well. SDL. Oh, shit. No, that's wrong. I'm going to need the vertice of this. Oh, that's so jarring. There we go. SDL length x panel 000 base, and then let's do this. Let that load. Oh lol, what the fudge happened here? Graft. No. Is the SDL line wrong? One sec, guys. Oh my god, why is it going wrong? Where's it going wrong? Is it because this is the wrong dimension? It's the smallest one. Ah, you... No, that's... What the X... Is that the issue? What the fudge is happening? Hey mate, how you doing? Ah. What on earth is happening? Is it grabbing the wrong edge? Is that what's happening? It's as if it's grabbing the long. That's so weird. That's never happened before. Hmm? Oh, lol. That makes so much more sense. Okay, I know what the problem was. This is correct. Okay, now. There we go. Now. Okay, that makes more sense. So that's one way you can do it. Do 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 do. I don't know. Not my best. Any ideas? I've kind of achieved what I was looking for, but I'm not that impressed, to be quite frank. I'm not that impressed. Like, we got the geometry we were sort of looking for. Actually, I have an idea. I have an idea. One sec. Degrees. Just want to try this out. Oh, what just happened? Sombrero. Expression. Ah, you bastard. Sorry. 360 divided by x. Let me just turn this off. Count. This is going to be connected to this one here. Yeah, this union is a bit iffy, but it could work. That's not a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to try something out. Bear with me. I think I know what I'm doing. If I do 60, that's going to be too big. Okay, one sec. 60. 60. Now the problem is round closest. Oh, round to nearest. Numbers Y. Series 360. Division series 10 1. Okay. Let me just test something out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Panel. Nearest 60. Okay, that does work. That does work. Okay. If I do it this way, I can control the distance between subtraction. I'm doing some big brain stuff here. I want to make sure that there's a separation between each rotation. That's what I'm trying to go for. So that means here it's rotation. Okay, let me just quickly readjust this. So here I'm making sure that there's a separation of 10 each time. I think. Let me test this out with a bigger value. Instead of, let's go for 120. Big brain. Yes! I'm making sure that there's always the separation by forcing it to match. Oh, that's fucking clever. That's actually very clever. I'll explain in a second. I'm just trying to... Yes, it does work. Oh, that's so bloody good. Okay. That's bloody good. I mean, visually you might not understand what I'm doing. Okay, let's see if I can explain this. I need you guys to focus if you want to understand the crap out of this. Let me just quickly check something out. One sec. Okay. So here I'm doing all the, like, I want to make sure that the... Okay, so if I just divide 360 by these numbers, right? By just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is this series, I can calculate the rotation, the angle difference between each rotation. So 360 is divisible, you can divide it by 51.42 and it's going to be in equal parts. 45 it's going to be equal parts, 40 it's going to be in equal parts, 36 is going to be in equal parts, right? And then what I'm doing is, no matter what I change this value to, so for example, if I change this value to, I don't know, 104.5, right, for example, or 105, right? What it's going to do is going to find the nearest complete value. So it's going to rotate 120 degrees each time. And then here, I'm just removing 20 degrees. And then I don't know what's happened here, to be honest. The arc isn't complete. Ooh. The arc isn't complete. Why? Here I'm just reducing by value 20. Oh, that doesn't work. Why? My logic just broke in front of me. And I'm not sure why. 120. If I rotate, what the fuck happened? If I rotate here, it doesn't give me the values I'm looking for. Ooh, that's interesting. The step. Oh, because I disconnected the step? No. 360 divided by x. The count. Okay. I need to indicate here. Do I still have the division? Yes. So 360 divided by this number here. And then now we should have it. No. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm reaching my limit. 360 step. Okay, it might be this actually. 360 divided by is the count. Rotation is this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Now we have the separation. Okay, it was misconnection. Okay, good. Very good. And then in theory, if I reduce this to whatever, if I say like 66, it's gonna round it to 60, but it's gonna maintain the separation of 20 degrees. So here it's selecting 72 because it's divisible by whatever value. And then here, so the more division, the higher rotation. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'm going to leave it 120. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And then lastly, what I'm going to do to finish off this session is to create this interior space. So offset curve. This script is tough, very tough. I'm learning a lot. You guys probably are not. We'll see what comes out of this. Okay, make this bigger. I'm going to loft these two together. So merge. Merge. We're going to loft. Oh, I need to graft this, don't I? Graft. Simplify. Ooh, why is it not grafting then? Actually, no, I'm going to do a circle. That's going to be better. Circle. Or do we want to do... I don't know, actually. What's better, circle or this? It might be better to do it like this, actually. Okay. I'm going to put this over here. I'll need to clean this script afterwards. God. Rotate. Loading. I have this. Okay. Turn this off for now. I am going to do a move. Z series. The distance is going to be that contour thing. Where are you? Contour. Here. I need to fix this afterwards. No shame today. Geometry is going to be this. Graft. I should control the height. I have the height though from here. This is the height. So what I can do, I need to clean this up, man. This is really bugging me. The height is going to be division this divided by this is going to be the count. No, is that the way around? Height divided by... Ah, lol. Okay, yeah. Divided by this. There we go. There we go. I don't know if we should do the intermediate parts too, but I don't know. I don't think so. Lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract the contours, curve, explode, extrude, Z. No idea what you're saying, mate. Hopefully it's good. Height. Before we do that, let's actually divide curve by length. Distance is going to be whatever, between 0 and 10. I'm going to say 2. Shoot, that's very big. Damn it. Ay, Dios, por favor. Why? 2. It's not even that many. Why did it take so long? Okay, anyway. Divide length, polyline. Vertices close, yes. Ooh, what's happening there? Explode. Ooh, that's not good. Whatever, I'm going to do something else. Shatter. Oh, that's right. Oh, this is so bloody annoying. Project. 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 I hate this. I don't understand why Grasshopper doesn't understand. Anyway. Project point. I'm projecting these points onto this geometry on the Z axis. No, that doesn't work either. Negative. No. Okay, fine. The other way I've done this a million times in the past is doing it like this, and I'm not sure why we have to do this every time, but we just do. There you go. CCX. This and this. And essentially, there you go. Parameters A or B, it doesn't matter, I think. The curve are these. I just can't be bothered. Much easier way is going to be to do this. Quad panels. Quad panels. Oh, actually no. I want to do something else. No, I'm going to do something else. Much better. Much cooler. I'm going to do this. Extrude. Curve. Let's extract the curves. There you go. I want to extrude this in the total height. It's going to be better. There you go. There you go. Okay. And then here I'm going to do panels, staggered, random quad panels. That's going to be better. 0 to 100. Deconstruct prep. There you go. There you go. I want to continue with that staggered feel. And then here I'm going to go for scale. No, actually no, frame. 0.9. And I'm going to end it soon. Ah, you bastard. There we go. Ah, I got rid of the frames. No, I can just do this. Okay. And lastly, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna bake this. Mm-mm-mm. Not my greatest, but should do. Yeah, I don't know. Not my best, but tends to happen. Yeah, I mean, the idea wasn't to recreate it exactly as it was. It was more like to get it as a source of inspiration for something else. I'm going to share the script with you guys if you want. It's a fucking mess though, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to internalize this data. Internalize data. Yeah, the square's just too flat. I'm gonna upload this for you guys if you want it. It's really messy. In my mind, it's very. I understand where everything is, but you know, I'm gonna share it with you guys. You guys deserve it. One sec. Let me see. There you go. Have at it. The first one's interesting. It's just the results aren't as great because of the curves. I reckon we could, I don't know, I could play around with it and then get different results, I guess. I don't know. It's just one of those, you just have to play around with it a lot. Let it load. The distance is the issue here. Let me quickly. Yeah, this sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, oops. Yeah, this one was weird, to be honest. Not my best, to be honest, but hey. You can't always perform at your best, can you? I'm just not sure why this is doing this. Yeah, I don't know, actually. What the hell? Straighter. This is the bend amount, which makes sense. Don't know. That's weird. It's just, yeah. It's weird and clunky. Yeah, I thought this would happen. Yeah, something happened here. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, not the greatest, but you can't always be at your peak. Oh dear. I'm going to render this nonetheless and see what results we get. I'm somewhat hopeful for the render, actually. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you all in the next one. Yeah, this one was weird. What I am going to do next week is I'm going to prepare. From now on, I'm just going to pre-prepare stuff, because doing it on a whim is crazy. It just doesn't make sense. So, thank you for joining as always, and hit me up whenever. Hasta la próxima, máquina. Alright guys, have a great one. Speak to you very soon. Hasta luego.